All right, welcome to the relationship show. This guy writes his post: if a girl is interested in you, it'll be obvious and she'll make things very easy. I totally agree with that, and that is completely accurate in my experience. And also, I'm thinking of another quote here that's like, if the door opens, as far as like a relationship or pickup or dating or whatever it is, if the door's open, it's like walk right through it. But if the door ever closes, just walk away. It's not your door. Move on to someone else. He says, this is one lesson I've learned up to the age of 30 now. He says, it's a good lesson. On the flip side, I've come to realize I've never had any woman interested in me. Okay, yeah, joking. I don't know, it's funny. But anyway, the concept is like women will make it easy if they're interested in you. And so ideally you want to only date women who have a high level of interest in you from the start because they make it easy. So she probably still will test, but the tests she does will be much more easy to pass versus someone who just like barely agrees to go on a date with you. If that's the case, it's like she's going to throw some hard tests at you that maybe even sets you up, like no matter what you answer, are setting you up for failure. And then she's going to interpret that as you weak or whatever she's looking to test, whether it's like, well, women typically test to feel three main things. And three, basically, if you go down to the root, it's like three things, which is like getting attention, being understood, and then feeling safe. And so she's going to test you in those things. So are you strong to make her feel safe? Are you listening to her to make her feel heard and understood? And then are you basically acknowledging the things that she does to get your attention to make her feel seen and appreciated? So really, and yeah, I'll go into that too. So I guess just going off this tangent, it's like, how do you pass or test when these come up? And so you'll see tests in different forms. So maybe she'll just hint at things. Sometimes she'll hint at things to get like some kind of like praise or have you notice her. And then she'll also do things maybe like challenge you if she's looking to feel safe, and then challenge your opinions, like see if you'll change your opinion, see if you'll change your beliefs, see if you'll compromise on your word, or if you'll stay true to your word, if you'll stick up for her or stick up for herself. Those really fall in the category of feeling safe. And then understood, she'll test if you were listening to her. So maybe she'll say things like, do you remember when we were doing this? Or she'll tell you a name and then like, or tell you some kind of detail and then ask you later in the conversation, what was like, well, what did I say that name was again? Or something like along those lines, to test if you are actually listening to her and making her feel understood. When like you are challenged, so some of the things to, I guess, pass her tests, well, you can ignore them, which would be really only works if you're already established as like masculine, strong. You can just basically brush those things off, and sometimes that work if you're already established. You can own it, so it's like, yeah, that's true. Or she says like some negative thing about you or something that she thinks you're going to be insecure about, you just own it. She's like, yeah, what's your point? Like, that is part of me. So you can own it. You can basically have like a comeback. And so you can basically, if she throws a barb or jab at you, it's like you throw that barb or jab back at her. So she's like, well, why don't you ever do this? Well, you say, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe it's because why don't you ever do this, or you know, something along those lines. It's just like a comeback, and then those, like, you can prepare a bunch of those. That's more of like a preparation way to pass their tests. And then another one is to not tolerate it. And so so it's like you say, well, you know, in a situation like maybe you're in a relationship and then she compromises your values, and you say like, you know, I'm not really gonna put up with that, or I'm not gonna put up with you talking to me that way. And so, I mean, you can apologize to me, or you can go and we can, you know, get some space, and then you can apologize to me, but I'm not going to, you know, put up with you talking to me like that. You know, so those are really four, I believe, four ways to pass her test if you are challenged. But just going back to the post here, so it's like when you are in the pickup stages of dating, there's three stages: pickup, dating, relationships. Relationships really count towards relationships exclusive, and then marriage as well. but it's just more a long-term thing. But in that pickup stage, it's like you only want to go and progress to the dating stage with women who have a high level of interest. And that's because it just makes it so much easier. So much drama is eliminated. It's usually a lot more fun. They're a lot more fun to be around. And you just have a much higher success rate on, progressing throughout that dating stage. But yeah, women make it easy who are attracted to you. And so, like, if you ask for her number, maybe she'll give you her number, also her Snapchat, or say give you like details on when to call her, and or open up her schedule. Like when you ask her for a date, she's like, oh yeah, I'm free anytime, or she's like really, really open to seeing you, or she's super excited to hear from you. Just lots of signs like that, just enthusiasm. It's like you can pick up on those things. And if she is interested, set that date and then just have a good time on the date.